I wanted to take a quick minute to talk about the deceased donor organ donation process. When you go to the DMV and you check the box that you would like to be an organ donor, and that goes on your driver's license, that also enrolls you in the organ donor registry. And that now you have become a first person authorizer of your organs being donated. When you come to the hospital, whether it be from a trauma, an accident, a medical illness, I can guarantee you nobody in the hospital that's taking care of you as a patient is looking at your donor registry. Hospitals by law do have to refer somebody that they feel is either brain dead or impending brain death to the local OPO or organ procurement organization. And then the OPO will then approach the family to discuss the organ donation process. It has nothing to do with the hospital doctors and nurses that are taking care of you. And there are a lot of checks and balances in place set up by the government and organ procurement organizations to make sure that this is a safe and transparent process.
This situation, what she's talking about in this video, is what sort of happened with me and how I got my transplant. So the woman who I received my transplant from, she was at the hospital, and she was signed up to be a kidney transplant donor, or she was signed up to be an organ donor. And because they didn't give me the specifics about what happened, but I assumed that she was in a state of like immediate death, or she was brain dead at the time of her being there. And as a result of that, the hospital contacted OPO, which is like the organ procurement organization. They looked up her registry as a donor, and then they begun to harvest her organs. Now, I don't recall like having to wait that long. Based off of what they told me, they had the organs on ice for a very short period of time. Then I got the call. So I'm assuming that's what happened here. Now, typical protocol is if they're not considered a donor, they contact the family to make sure that it's okay for the hospital to contact OPO in order to harvest the organs. But in this case, it happened so quickly that I assumed that she was a donor, and there was no need to talk to her family. Again, they left those specifics very vague when I inquired about it, but I'm assuming that this is what happened to me. So it went from the hospital, transplant, got the organs, put the organs on ice, and then I got a call. It was me and another guy. So that one person, this one woman, this one altruistic sacrifice on her part saved two people.